So, as some of you may know, Microsoft is going through a transition point in agents that are used to collect data for log analytics, Azure Monitor, um, and they're transitioning from the old log analytics agent or Microsoft monitoring agent, the MMA, the OMS agent. Those are the previous names to the agent was called, and they're moving to the Azure Monitor agent, which is much more flexible. It kind of combines a lot more capabilities and enhances ways and capabilities for ingesting logs into log analytics, Azure Monitor, and kind of increasing capability there. The downside to that right now is there's a lot of services built on top of the data that's ingested by the agents, that you still need the log analytics agent deployed. You can't fully transition to Azure Monitor at this point, depending on the capabilities you're using. Even though Microsoft has been saying for a while that log analytics agent is deprecated, it's legacy, it's still required. They've started doing a lot of documentation around what capabilities still need the agent, or the log analytics agent versus Azure Monitor. One of those components is, or I guess used to be, is Defender for Servers or Defender for Endpoint. Just recently, Microsoft has come out with the capability to tightly integrate Defender for Servers, which is part of Defender for Cloud, with Defender for Endpoint. So as you're going through the Defender for Endpoint configuration or the Defender for Cloud configuration, within the server plan, there's a way to finish that integration so that the servers that you have configured where you want Defender for Servers deployed, it now leverages Defender for Endpoint for that. So once you have this enabled, you might, depending on when you enabled and what the configuration was, you might see partial listed here for this endpoint protection. What you need to do is just go into that, fix the configuration until it's totally on, and then that natively integrates Defender for Servers and Defender for Endpoint, so that when you have security alerts that come through and would show in Defender for Cloud, those also present themselves in Defender for Endpoint. So it not only removes the dependency on those agents, it also consolidates the view, so you have a single pane of glass for managing these security alerts. So what I'll do, because there are so many different capabilities that rely on the log analytics and Azure Monitor agent, I will continue to do discussions on those components and how to migrate and when things are ready, because there's a number of dependencies that right now you could leverage either of those. So look forward to future sessions where I kind of dive into some of those specific ones. But this Defender for Servers, Defender for Endpoint capability now can leverage the native integrations and use that unified configuration. Thanks.